Man, I got to get this off my chest. And if you're a young apologist out there, I hope you take heed. And it's that sometimes I hate apologetics, or at least I hate what YouTube and social media have turned it into. We've taken a discipline meant to remove obstacles to the gospel, and we've turned it into a blood sport. We treat apologetics like this sledgehammer. We see a skeptic or someone from a different background than us, maybe a Jehovah's Witness, a Mormon, a Hebrew Israelite, a Muslim, and we think it's our job to crush them into submission with our logical faculties. But here's the problem. You can smash a rock with a sledgehammer, but you can't perform heart surgery with one. And if your apologetics wins the argument, but doesn't make a beeline for the gospel, you haven't won anything. You've just made a lot of noise. You see, the modern internet apologist thinks apologetics is an offensive weapon. They wake up looking for a fight. They scroll Twitter and YouTube and TikTok comments, hunting for bad theology just to try to dunk on it. But look at the command in 1 Peter 3:15. Always be prepared to give an answer to everyone who asks you to give the reason for the hope that's in you. Now, did you catch that? To everyone who asks you, or when the situation demands a defense. You see, biblical apologetics is primarily a defensive weapon. It's a shield. It's not a club. It's meant to be used when challenges arise in the course of godly living and evangelism. If you're living a godly life, people will eventually ask, why are you different? Why do you have hope when the world is burning? That is when you deploy apologetics. But on social media, we aren't waiting for the question. We're kicking down doors and screaming the answer at people who never asked. We're missing a crucial piece of the puzzle. See, it's not enough to prove Christianity is factually correct if we present it in a way that is emotionally repulsive. Christian philosopher Paul Gould puts it perfectly. He says, our job isn't just to win a debate. He says, cultural apologetics is the work of establishing the Christian voice, conscience, and imagination within a culture so that Christianity is seen as true and satisfying. True and satisfying. When you use the sledgehammer on a YouTube comment section, you might prove you're right. You might prove the Trinity is logical. But do you make Jesus look satisfying? Or do you make him look like the mascot for a group of arrogant bullies? And then Josh Chatreau adds to this. He warns us that we can't just treat people as brains on a stick. We have to tell a better story. And if our apologetics doesn't lead to the beauty of the cross, it's failed. So how do we fix this? How do we do apologetics the apex way? Well, we stop using it to destroy people and we start using it to destroy barriers to the gospel. Think of yourself less like a gladiator and more like a road crew. Your job is to clear the rubble, the bad logic, the false teachings of the watchtower, the cultural lies, so that the ambulance of the gospel can get through to the patient. Every argument you make must have a destination. If you debate the Trinity, it shouldn't be to show off your Greek grammar. It should be to show that a God who is unipersonal cannot be a God of eternal love. The Trinity matters because the gospel matters. So make a beeline to the cross. If you spend 45 minutes arguing about evolution or politics and 0 minutes talking about the atonement, that's not apologetics, my friend. You're just arguing for the sake of arguing. You're arguing to win. Now, I love apologetics. I love defending the faith, but I hate what our flesh does with it. So if you're tired of the shallow, angry noise and you want deep biblical answers that actually lead back to Jesus, that is what we do here at Apex Apologetic. We don't use a sledgehammer where God asks for a servant. So subscribe if you want to learn how to defend your faith without losing your witness. I'm Dr. Sean Michael with Apex Apologetics.